In every corner of the human experience, there exist individuals who thrive on the control and manipulation of others. These aren't the cartoonish villains we see on screen, but real people who often operate in subtler, more insidious ways. Their actions leave us questioning reality, doubting ourselves, and wondering why anyone would choose to sow pain instead of connection. The truth is, the motivations of such individuals aren't always ours to decipher. Some act out of greed, others from fear, and still others because chaos gives them a sense of power. Trying to unravel their reasoning is a trap, a cycle that pulls you in deeper and distracts from what truly matters: your own freedom, agency, and well-being. When someone chips away at your sense of self, they don't do it all at once. It's a slow erosion, so gradual that by the time you notice, you might feel as though the ground beneath you has vanished. These individuals, whether intentionally or not, prey on insecurities, weaponize trust, and leave you questioning your worth. At first, it's easy to dismiss the red flags. After all, why would anyone go out of their way to harm someone they claim to care about? But recognizing their patterns isn't about understanding their motives. It's about reclaiming the power they've taken and stepping back into control of your own life. Taking back what's yours begins with a hard truth: you can't fix them. Their past, their pain, or their personality is not your responsibility to untangle. The instinct to help, to stay, and believe they can change keeps you tethered in place. You may rationalize their behavior or think if you hold on just a little longer, things will get better. But all the while, their influence grows and your confidence dwindles. The longer you wait, the more entrenched the imbalance becomes. Breaking free starts with accepting that you deserve better, not because they're irredeemable, but because you deserve peace, strength, and the chance to rebuild on your own terms. Reclaiming your power isn't a simple or linear process. It demands grit and determination, but above all, it requires faith in yourself. This journey will test you, not because you're weak, but because breaking free is hard work. You've been conditioned to doubt your strength, to believe you're smaller than you are. But strength is like a muscle. It grows as you use it. The first step is reconnecting with your self-belief. Psychologists call this self-efficacy, the conviction that you can set goals and achieve them. It's the cornerstone of resilience, a spark that lights even in the darkest times. To rediscover this belief, you must remind yourself of what's possible, not just in an abstract sense, but through real stories of triumph and survival. Surround yourself with examples of people who've risen from their lowest points. Immerse yourself in their journeys through books, films, and conversations. Read memoirs of those who faced the odds and emerged stronger. Watch documentaries about human resilience, stories that remind you what determination looks like in action. You're not trying to mimic their paths, but to reignite the understanding that if they could rise, so can you. But this isn't just about inspiration. It's about action. As you build that belief in yourself, you'll need a plan, a way out of the situation that's holding you down. It might involve logistical steps like saving money, finding a new place to live, or cutting back on unnecessary expenses. These practical moves are the scaffolding for your escape, providing stability as you carve a new path. But just as important is the internal work. You must start to envision a life without them in it. Every time you catch yourself imagining a future where they still play a role, stop and revise the picture. See yourself alone, strong, thriving. Teach your mind to embrace solitude, not as a void, but as a blank canvas where you can paint something entirely your own. This isn't to say leaving won't come with sacrifices. You might have to give up comforts, routines, or even dreams that were tied to the relationship or situation you're stepping away from. But nothing you lose will ever outweigh the value of regaining your autonomy. Money, possessions, even stability, they can all be rebuilt. What's priceless is the restoration of your self-worth and the confidence to live on your own terms. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, whispering that maybe it's not so bad, that maybe you're overreacting or could make it work if you just tried harder. This is where reframing becomes critical. The person or situation pulling you down isn't your foundation. They're the weight holding you back. Shift your perspective until you no longer see leaving as a loss, but as a step toward reclaiming everything you've set aside. Your voice, your dreams, your freedom. And as you move forward, resist the urge to look back. There will be no resolution in arguments or attempts to explain your departure. Save that energy for yourself. Every ounce of strength you spend trying to convince them of your right to leave is strength you could be using to rebuild. Let your actions speak louder than words ever could. This journey isn't about running away. It's about moving toward the life you deserve. You might feel unsteady at first, like a fledgling bird taking its first flight. But as the distance grows between you and the toxicity you've left behind, you'll begin to notice something incredible. You're not just surviving, you're soaring. The skies are wide open, and every direction is yours to explore. There is no map, no guarantee, but there is freedom. And with freedom comes the power to shape your world, one choice at a time. Your life doesn't end in this chapter. It begins anew with every step you take away from the shadows. Don't settle for anything less than the brilliance of your own light. You've got this. You always did.